And welcome back to Retrospect My Fantasy, where we are currently taking out the Final Fantasy franchise, and we're on installment number 8. So, before we move forward, I've got a couple things to bring up, and that is that, first, we are so close to reaching our goal of 50 followers. We're 16 followers away. Why is that important? Because once we reach that goal of 50 followers, we're going to do a bonus stream. And during that bonus stream, I'm going to be giving away a whole bunch of stuff. One of the items I'm going to be giving away is a copy of the game that I'll be playing for that bonus stream, which is Telltale's A Walking Dead New Frontier, or Season 3 as it's more commonly called. Another thing I'm going to be giving away is a copy of Psychonauts. Amazing game, beautiful game. Everyone should play it and own it. And the last things that I have right here that we'll be giving away are 3 $20 Steam gift cards. So, if you want that to happen, the quickest we can get that to that 50, the sooner it'll happen. So if you happen to know anybody that might be interested in what we're doing with the Final Fantasy franchise, or any of the future franchises like, I don't know, Elder Scrolls, Baldur's Gate, Fallout, Civilization, Star Wars Dark Forces, Diablo, Assassin's Creed, Tomb Raider. I've got a whole bunch of other D&D games on there, like on the list, like Legend, what is it? Sword Coast Legends or Legends of the Sword Coast. Icewind Dale is on the list. Both of the KOTOR RPGs, Knights of the Old Republic. So, I mean, there's a whole lot that we're going to be taking a look at. So, if you know any that's interested in that sort of thing, as well as some just kind of sometimes funny banter, go ahead and bring them in, and I'll try and convince them to stay. Announcement number 2 is, according to the tracking information that I have, a device will be showing up tomorrow that should allow me to hook up my old PS2 to my computer so that we can stream. I bought it with the intention for streaming Final Fantasy 12 when we get that far, because as of right now, there's no scheduled PC release for that. But the reason I'm bringing this up now is because tomorrow's stream, we're going to be testing that. We're going to not be playing Final Fantasy 8 tomorrow. We're going to be testing and trying it out with various games, PlayStation 2 games, making sure we get our sound and our sound balance right. Make sure we can, like, that's all we're going to be doing. We're going to be testing and trying everything out, making sure it works. If it fails immediately, I'll pack it up, ship it back. The reason I am getting it so early is because we're so far away from Final Fantasy 12, so we don't have to really worry about it. But if it is successful, I've got a whole stack of games that we're going to be turning into bonus streams. Just stuff that I have lying around that I either haven't played in a long time or never got a chance to play and want to. So we can look forward to a lot more bonus streams, mostly of RPGs, but there's some other stuff in there too. Now, last time on Final Fantasy VIII, we spent a whole bunch of time trying to get into the main portion of the deep sea research facility and failing. So, we went and got Jumbo Cactar, the summon. Now, we've upgraded Squall's weapon a little bit. I still don't have an adamantine. That's that island that I was on is where you can fight adamantoise, which is where you get adamantine. But still didn't get one. But that's okay, because got Squall, some other weapons. We upgraded twice, and we also got Doom Train over the weekend. So my hope is that we will be sufficiently strong enough that we can actually do this. Also, I ran into a spot where I can just fight these things normally and learned a few things. So right now, thing number one we need to do, kill Quistis. Which is gonna suck, but it's gotta happen. Also, manticores, I finally fought one, are really, really tough. I actually don't even know why they're as tough as they are. Can I use that on... Okay, that is not what I was hoping it would do. But she's better off with Doom Train now, so that's good, right? Alright, so we have to kill off Quistis. That is our number one goal. Because, and this is why, the Ruby Dragons, that's what they're called, they only do their breath weapon if or cast Meteor if you have 3 party members. If you only have 2, everything's good. But if you have 3, not so good. Cactar, you D-bag. That shouldn't go through. Oh, damn it, it did. Oh, damn it. That is not... Come on, Doom Train. Oh, there goes Squall. Hey, Day Zero. How's it going? Ooh, that's good. So this fight is going real well. I'm doing great, man. We're ever steadily growing closer to that goal of 50, which will get us that giveaway. And beyond that, tomorrow, I should be finally receiving the device that I ordered that should allow us to stream my PS2. Assuming it works correctly. That was pretty harsh. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty rough. But I think so. It's about as much as I'm going to be. Yeah, it's an Elgato. How high can we get? 93. It's an older Elgato product that takes it's intended to use a VCR to digitize your cassette tapes, but what it does is it gives you a window and records of what you're playing and records in real time. So, because it gives a window, I should be able to use OBS to take that window and stream it. That's assuming it works as I think it should. That's why I bought it really early to test it out, essentially. Oh, well, I mean, they have a lot of products. And this is from, like, '07. Before they were, like, the biggest guys on the block in terms of pretty much anything. Oh, well, Quistis needs to die. Well, can't do that. Also, how do you like the level of the game? Because I specifically went in and lowered the volume. Because... Ooh, got those Venofames. My new speakers are extraordinarily loud. And I wanted to grind in the middle of the night over the weekend, but didn't want to wake anybody. But I was also watching like YouTube videos or other people's streams, so I had to turn my speakers down. But then I couldn't hear anything. It was a mess. Let's see here. What do we got? Nope. Oh, Squall is a zombie. That's right. And Irvin is blind and silent. No worries. Essentially, I just asked if you like the new volume of the game. I had to lower it for reasons. Or if I should turn it back up. Do you like the new game volume, or should I turn it back up? I had to turn it down for reasons. Okay, good. Thank you. Quistis, you're unconscious. What are you, dang it, doing standing here? This is probably the most annoying part of this. Get those emotes flashing up all over the place? Or are you going to use it for phrases, or... Do you have any, like, other, like, weird things you're going to hook up to the buttons? Because from my understanding is they're pretty much infinitely programmable. Oh, just one of these guys? Yeah, no problem. I've considered it, but I've been thinking about a lot of things, and one of my biggest personal concerns for streaming is how I'm gonna mic and camera up our kitchen table to stream like board games and Magic and things like that. Because it's not exactly the best acoustically or lit room in our house. Damn, Irvin, you resisted that poison? Yeah, sure. If you've got like a link to, especially if they do like a tech video of their setup on like YouTube or anything like that, or a VOD, I'd definitely be down for watching that. If nothing else, it'll give me ideas. Yes, I wish to challenge you. Oh, heck yeah. I haven't... Holy shit. Odin can show up to this fight? How many times did I try this the other day? Like a dozen? Yeah, I'd definitely be down. If you got a link to her stream, I'll check out when I can, but... Or at least watch a couple of her VODs. Ooh, Fury Fragment. Beg for Mercy. Aggie? Okay. Let me write that down. Okay, Odin. Where the F have you been? I killed Quistis for this fight, so that he wouldn't use his breath weapon or meteor. But then you just show up. No, I don't mind Quebecois. I mean, I don't understand it, but I don't mind it. Okay, and energy crystals. For the sake of protecting something? Are you gonna show up again, Odin? Come on. Oh, I guess that's fine. I do need to stock up on meteor. So it takes 10 cards from this guy to make one of the items that I just stole. Can I get rid of enough berserks to draw meteor? Probably not. Alright, Irvin, you need to kill yourself. Meanwhile, Squall will just keep attacking this thing. Irvin can't kill himself. At least not that way. I guess that's fine. Holy crap. How's it going, Gotama? I haven't expected you on one of these streams, except for the 24 hours, considering the kind of schedule you have to keep. Squall can kill Irvin. What? I can't steal from Irving? What the hell? I call hacks. I mean, kind of. Having two babbies is... Oh, a babby and a toddler is a lot of work. Alright. Well then. Now I have to use a spell that I don't really want to use. But oh well, that's fine. I'm not surprised. Streams are kind of heavy hitting. Hope you have a lot of data. So, I've been thinking about trying to put together another Commander Night, like we did oh so many months ago. Not like a regular thing, just another one-time thing. I've got all four 2017 decks to play against each other. Plus, I've got my Dramoka deck. Not perfect, but fairly tuned, I think. Okay. Kim would probably also be down. I'd have to ask him, but... And then Roland, even though he knows Magic, is not, you know, Roland. So probably it would also be Dave, because Ryan, you know, his work schedule is pretty much every night, so... Ooh. When those guys hit, they hit hard. All right. Time to bring in the big guns. Oh. So there's a mechanic that I've completely forgotten about until on accident when I was grinding things out the other night and I fought against a Tonberry. And that is, if you get rid of the menu, which, based on my controller, is select, it'll bring up an option where you can hit a button, the button 3 or square position if you're on a PlayStation controller, to increase the power of the summon's attack. But not all summons have it. For instance, Diablo doesn't, but Diablo just does massive damage anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna see if Doom Train does. I don't think he does. Oh, he does! His biggest thing is status effects. The higher you get that number, the more damage it'll do. Yeah, a whole 500 damage. But that's alright. We just want to get some massive damage in on him. Dang it. I drank all my coffee. Oh well. Can we kill this dragon before his 5th turn and he just dies? Probably not. Even if we were using summons. These things are pretty much immune to all elements. And most status effects. I'm surprised Doom Train got anything on him. If you weren't around for our Final Fantasy VI playthrough, in that game, you fight a train that is a psychopump that carries souls from the land of the living to the land of the dead. Doom Train is a reference to that. Even though that train didn't have a face, it did have a consciousness, and we got to suplex it, but that's besides the point. Damn imbeciles, why do you wish to fight? Apparently, it's none of his business. What? Okay. Well, we don't need... That's gonna hurt. All we need to do is mug once. And then we'll be good as far as that's concerned. I want those infernal fangs. If it costs 10 of these guys card to get one Inferno Fang, I want as many of them as I can get my hands on. Nope. Forgot about it. That's alright. Come on. Yeah. There we go. Got those Inferno Fangs. Poor Irvin. Just has to sit there, dead, till all this is over. I mean, I could bring him back so that at least somebody's gaining experience. Wait. Do these fights even offer experience? Fuck. Now I don't know. Come on. Oh, why am I even bothering to fight it? I'm just making it take longer to die. Oh, that's why I don't bring Irvin back. I don't have time to. Okay, we've said both answers. Guess I have to do 2 in a row that are the same, maybe? I don't know. Alright. And then after this, we don't fight. Doom Train has long, since I first discovered him in this game, been my favorite summon amongst them. Typically, my favorite in each game is either Bahamut or Alexander, depending on which one, damn it, is around. So that's the downside of powering them up, is that if you keep doing it in the area when it has the X, well, then you're screwed. It resets it. Yep, let it kill itself. Or Quistis, that's fine too. Please just cast spells on Squall. God. Sometimes monsters, they just don't cooperate. And then they die. Okay. For the sake of protecting something again? No? Okay, what the hell? Now I'm gonna have to look this up. And I hate looking things up for no reason. Damn it, Squall. Can't you at least get your job right? Jesus. So where are we? We are... Let's see, our Final Fantasy 8. Underwater Research Facility. That's right. This will tell us our right conversational path. If it ever fucking loads. Maybe that's what I should get myself for Christmas, a new phone. So I'm not using this dumbass old iPhone. Oh! Quistis! You just got wrecked! Oh, there's a third option underneath the 2. Yeah, because I was sure going to figure that out. BS, Final Fantasy. Damnable imbeciles. Why do you wish to fight for the sake of... It's our nature. There's no real reason. Maybe we were born only to fight. Alright. I see. Interesting. So we can get 2 of the last summons here. We can get both Eden and Bahamut. I was only expecting Bahamut, but... Ooh. There's my boy. Alright. Bahamut using my powers. Bahamut. It is you, humans. Hey, so what do you have? Oh shit, he has got full life. Doom Train, draw. Full life. Cast on Irvin. Let's at least bring that guy back. F! Ow! Cripes! Wait, that was supposed to be full life. Okay. That really sucked. So this could be an interesting fight. I have no idea how this is going to go. Okay, we got some status effect on him at least. I think it's slow. That's good. I hope. Full life cast on Irvin? No! Hey! Cast that on Irvin. Irvin, stock up on full life. And Squall, stock up on full life. Hell yeah! Full life for 2 of my characters? Almost as much as I could want? Meanwhile, Quistis will do the attacking thing. I don't even want to know how much life Bahamut has. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be so goddamn much. It's gonna be like 50... 70,000. Hey, Kasan. How's it going? Oh, thank... Is he blind? Did I somehow blind a giant dragon? Immortal dragon? Oh, F. Fuck. Well, pretty good. Bahamut just rocked our faces here for a moment, but... Cast that on Quistis. On Irvin. That's what happens when you fight Bahamut. You get your face punched in really hard. No, not yet. We got the Ragnarok, so we're pretty much at the end of Disc 3. But I wanted to do as much as I could before actually hitting the final disc, because I know once you hit Disc 4, it's pretty much a sprint to the end. Cripes, is this gonna get everybody? Yeah, I got Doom Train. And I love me some Doom Train. It's the only reason we're still alive in this fight right now. Oh, did I accidentally cast full life on myself? Irvin, you need so much right now, more than anything else in the world, to keep us all alive by having as much health as you can get. Same thing with Squall. Stock. Stock. Where's White Wind? This might just save our lives. Oh, Quistis. I love you. Soon as Squall and Irvin are full of full life, this will be a much more even fight as we start to rain more than just a single kind. Okay, so we're at a stage where he does that every time he gets hit. Okay. That's really fun. Please, White Wind. Maybe I should cast Cerberus. Because he, if I recall, essentially does all the protective spells. No. Do you have Cerberus? You don't. That means you do. F. Okay. Actually, so far we've been doing pretty good against him. Maybe this will be okay. Maybe everything will be okay. Oh wait, I haven't cast Cerberus yet. Heck yeah. It's a little weird that Cerberus casts protective spells, but whatever. I'll take it. Oh, he casts double and triple. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, Squall is maxed out. Anything to steal? Please tell me yes. I mean, he has something, but we didn't get it. Maybe he won't because it's not an attack. We're mugging. Hyper Wrist. Okay, well that's fine because we got Hyper Wrist. Is the Leviathan even gonna hit? Cactar will hit, and Cactar will do probably 3,000 damage. Again, my coffee's still empty? God dang it. Nope, too long. Come on. Double and triple. That seems really odd. Like... 3,000 damage. It's a little bit more than what we were doing. Really? Well, there goes Cactar. Yeah. You don't? I just do that every day. Okay, well then, well, he's flying, so the brothers are probably useless. Christ, man! How many Mega Flares? His breath weapon recharges way too damn fast. Ooh, but we got our boy back. Time to bring in some devils. Oh, if you stop me again... you piece of shit. I hate you. And your family. And everyone else, too. That's not true. I don't hate you guys. Bahamut's just really annoying. And I'm pretty sure he's slowed, and he's definitely blind, thank God. But I think he's also slowed. He's both. There's effectively two different ways to get summons. You can either get them from tough bosses by stealing them from them, or a lot of the summons just are really tough bosses, and if you defeat them, then they give you their power to use. So, as soon as we beat this dingus, we'll have him on our side, and then we can use his power against the enemy. Which will really want to get Diablo off, because Diablo will just do massive damage, unlike our fairly puny hits. And I really need to heal us. Why haven't I been doing that? Jesus, what's wrong with me? Oh boy. Well, that's probably it. Well, that's it for one person for the moment. Yeah! Heal the guy who's... Aw, F. Okay. Well, now we have our... So how do you guys like to wait in games? I love waiting. It's my favorite part of JRPGs. Sitting here, doing nothing. Really fun. I shouldn't be complaining. They give me the option to build up my defenses against this sort of thing, but still. Well, Diablos is going to go away. Well, it'll be a little bit early, but I'll just go over my mid-roll announcements right now, since I've got nothing else to do. Announcement number 1. We are 16 people away from having our 50th follower, at which point I will be scheduling a bonus stream where we will finish off the Walking Dead Telltale series. Telltale Walking Dead series. Well, this is probably it, fellas. With Season 3 or New Frontier. Mother effer, are you kidding me? After 4 fights in a row. That's the kind of thing that makes me want to stop. Alright, well, let's continue on with our mid-roll announcements. Because we'll be... Anyway, during which we will have a giveaway at the end of each chapter. So we'll be giving away a total of 5 things. The first thing I'm going to be giving away is a copy of that game. I'm going to give away a copy of Telltale Walking Dead New Frontier. I'm also going to be giving away a copy of an amazing game that everyone should own, or at least play, Psychonauts. And the last things that I'm going to be giving away are 3, see if I can fan them out correctly, $20 Steam gift cards. So, the sooner we reach that goal of 50 followers, the sooner we can make that happen. So if you happen to know anybody that might be interested in what we're doing here with Final Fantasy franchise, or any of the future ones, like, let's see what I have scheduled. Fallout, Dungeon Siege, Assassin's Creed, Tomb Raider, Star Wars Dark Forces, Christ, what else do I got? Tomb Raider, I think I already said that. Anyway, Civilization, Diablo, bunches of stuff. If you happen to be interested in any of those, or if you happen to know anyone that is, send them a link, word of mouth, let them know about me, bring them here, and I'll try and keep them. Witcher? Okay. I've tried playing the first one. That's a little rough, control-wise. But yeah, no, that's a good addition. And I'll try and keep them here. Announcement number 2. Tomorrow's stream, we will not... If everything goes as it should, we will not be playing Final Fantasy. I am waiting on an Elgato RCA capture device to show up in the mail. At which point, if it works, we'll find out during the stream. We're going to essentially, tomorrow's stream is going to be testing it, hooking it up, testing it, making sure that it works, and it works as the way we want it to. That way, if it doesn't, I have enough time to send it back and figure out another solution before we hit Final Fantasy XII. Because as of right now, there is no scheduled release for Final Fantasy XII on PC. Which I could go on a long rant about just on that. But yeah, there's no... I think I just did this. Oh well. So we will be testing that tomorrow. And hopefully everything will go well. Hey, Angelo. How's it going, buddy? I've thought about Wolfenstein. I instead decided to go with Doom. Because essentially when I first started this whole thing, what I wanted to do was kind of like one big franchise, like big name from each kind of genre of gaming. And I thought about Wolfenstein, but I decided to go with Doom to kind of capture the first-person shooter, because even though Wolfenstein came out first and has had a release later than the latest Doom, Doom is the one that most people remember. Most people don't, even people our age, don't remember or haven't played Wolfenstein, but most of them do remember and have played Doom. So that was my decision. I might pick up Wolfenstein later, but as of right now, that's not on the list. But I'll consider it. I'll add it to my written list of considerations. All right, so this is where we were supposed to go, as opposed to that research facility where we tried to fight Bahamut. Now that you guys have seen that fight, assuming we get a moment off of stream where I can go back there and kind of putz around for a while, like maybe tonight or tomorrow night. Not tomorrow, maybe tomorrow night. Depends on how things go. If things go bad and the Elgato device just doesn't work, like at all, we can't figure it out like by an hour in, or it works perfectly immediately and we don't have to fuss with it at all, then I'll probably pick this up and keep going. But or if it doesn't show up, like if it gets delayed in transport. But regardless, assuming I get a moment off stream where we can kind of run around and do our own thing without having to worry about a big storyline event happening, I'm going to be going back to that underwater research facility and trying to beat Bahamut so that we can have him, because I want to. Ah, this is good. This is very good. What? See this bruise here? I had to put up with those kicks and punches for you. So seeing you two like this makes it all worth it. I'll go get Renoa, Squall. You stay here. Hey, Angelo. So what should I talk about when Renoa gets here? Or, if we want to go back as far as 1998 when this game came out and everybody found out that all the moves were named like Angelo Rush, Angelo Recovery, Angelo Cannon. So what are the names that a lot of people came with? I know I said this earlier, but it bears repeating. It'd be something like Douche, so Douche Cannon, or Ass Recovery, Sperm Cannon. Like everyone that I had ever read, like I remember there being a Final Fantasy fan site that somebody made, and when for 7. It was entirely around 7. But when 8 came out, everybody was just on a roll about 8. And there was an entire sub-forum devoted to the funny names for Angelo. And it was probably like 10, 15 pages long of people just putting together funny names to call this dog for Renoa's limit break. Nothing about the sorceress, huh? I'm sure she'll try not to think about it. Who cares if she's a sorceress, right? Also, some of the times, this is clearly supposed to be in Squall's head when it's in brackets and kind of a shadowed box. But not always, because sometimes it seems like people like respond to it. I don't know what's going on with that. Renoa's just Renoa. She's here. She's been here the whole time. What'll become of me? Don't worry about it. There have been many good sorceresses. Edea was one. You can be like her. But Edea's still... I can't guarantee anything either. If Ultimisia possesses me... You saw me. She controlled me in outer space and made me break Adele's seal. What might happen next time? What will I end up doing? Will I end up fighting everyone? Scary thought, isn't it? Not really. Renoa, even if you end up as the world's enemy, I'll be your knight. If I fall under Ultimisia's control again, Seed'll come kill me, right? Yeah. And the leader of Seed is you, Squall. Squall's sword will pierce my heart. I guess it's okay if it's you, Squall. Nobody else. I can only imagine the fan fiction that has been written because of those lines. And it is frightening. And not just fan fiction. You know it would be slash fic. It would be the dirtiest slash fic on the planet, based only on those few lines right there that we just read. Squall, if that ever happens, that's enough. I'll never do anything like that. The sorceress I'm after is not you, Renoa. My enemy is a sorceress from the future, Ultimisia. Ultimisia lives in the future and possesses me. She uses my body as her extension in this world. How? How will you save me? I'll come up with something. There's gotta be a way. Don't worry. Trust me. I'll trust you. Well, until you find a way, maybe. Maybe I should stay in Esther, at that memorial. Wouldn't that be better? Yeah, except I kinda broke it. And no, Lord knows that they have a lot of advanced technology, but they've probably also... Like, everything there was in that particular area was probably experimental tech. No, that'd be pointless. I'll just end up going after you again. Renoa, just stay close to me. Oh? Those words. What? That's what started everything. What are you talking about? You don't remember? Something I said? Oh, just forget it. No. It's because of the GF. That's why I forgot. That's just an excuse. Feeling better? Yeah. Can I tell you a story? I had a dream. It was a scary dream. We make a promise. We promise to see shooting stars together. I get dressed up and put on your ring. But the thing is, I can't remember where I'm supposed to meet you. I start to panic. I really want to see you, Squall, but I don't know where to go. I start running through the mountains, the desert, the plains, through Timber, Balam, Galbadia. When I realize I can't run any longer, I just want to see you so badly. I was scared, Squall. Where are you? Then I woke up. I was crying. I'm sorry. You don't have to say anything. I just felt like I had to tell you. It was just a dream. It doesn't mean anything. Don't worry about it. I guess you're right. How about this? I'll be here. There was an ellipses at the end of that, and he didn't finish it. Did we have a stroke? Why? The reason why you can't find me is because we haven't promised yet. Promised? I'll be waiting for you. If you come here, you'll find me. I promise. I'll be here too. It's a promise. Thanks, Squall. Next time we'll meet for sure. Whoa! Sorry to interrupt, but it's an emergency. We got radio contact from Esther's presidential palace. They have a plan to defeat Ultimecia. They want to hire C to execute it. Might be a trap to get Renoa back to into Esther. Oh, the guy we spoke to, his name's Kyros. Could he be that Kyros? Kyros is in Esther's presidential palace? He wants to hire us. Alright, let's go. I don't want Irvin. Or, not Irvin. I don't want Zell. He's dumb. Squall. You were always looking for a loan, with tears in your eyes. Okay. Thanks for telling me? I guess? Also, your home's in shambles. You should really fix that shit. There's something I must tell you. It is about me. Yes. I believe it was 13 years ago. This is when my story begins. I first became a sorceress when I was a child. And once again, 13 years ago. That day, right here, I encountered a sorceress on the verge of death. I received her powers of my own will. That sorceress was an entity of fear. An entity of fear for my children. I could not let her get to them, but this turned out to be the beginning of my painful story. Hey, you know what? It's cool, Edia. What you lost in sanity and the self-control, you gained in fashion sense. So, win-win, right? Someone else controls you, makes you do evil things, like try and take over the world, and you gain an awesome new wardrobe. You don't have to worry about your actions. There's no consequences that fall down on you because it was a sorceress from the future. As far as I'm concerned, fuck, let it happen to me. I'll try and take over the world. At this very minute, my bitter story has ended. I now understand there is an end, no matter how painful it may be. Therefore, Squall, you must fight to the end, even though it may bring tragedy to others. Now go, Squall. Alright, cool. Is there anything in here? Is there anything... Do we need this, Kiraga? No, we don't. Alright. So. Nothing here, aside from a bed and part of a roof. Have fun living here, Edea. Looks like a real treat. Alright, so we have to get to the presidential palace, huh? That place is a bitch. It's where we fought and got Odin, but if we go back there now, there's only one thing really for us to do, and that's fight Tonberries. And Tonberries are kind of hellish. But at some point we need to fight and kill 20 of the bastards. Wait, what am I doing? I don't want Zell. I want Irvin back. Actually, is there anything... actually, I don't want Renoba either. This party sucks. Yep, going back to our ship. Need to change people. Oh, are you kidding me? Well, there better not be any fights, damn it. Yep, don't care. Wait, Renoa's not even a seed member. Why is she in the party to go and meet this guy so that he can hire us? BS. That's what I call it. Oh well. This is what the game wants. When those two die and Squall's still alive, yes! It's gonna be amazing. Oh, F. No. I didn't even fight this when I had good party members. And why are you guys letting wild animals run about your freaking city? Blizzard? Why? Who would you still need that at this point in the game? Yeah, those guys are... Whew. Those are some horrible uniforms. Or horrible looking uniforms, at least. I mean, at least the seed uniforms look good. They look pretty snazzy. Although we almost never are forced to wear them. Your permission, please, this way. Oh. Oh! We're going to the real presidential palace, not just some room in the palace. Cool, man. See you later. Ward? Kyros? And that's probably... Oh boy. Laguna. What is up with this country? Oh, sure. Hey there. Been wanting to meet you guys. You guys are the ones who were inside my head, right? Elone told me. It was like there were some kind of waves running through my head. But they gave us so much power during battle. We thought they were some kind of fairies flying over us. So, I'm Laguna, President Laguna Laurier of Esther. Pleased to meet you. If we weren't in a state of emergency, I'd talk to you some more, but... Well, whatever. Let's talk. What do you want to know? You'll never get going if President Laguna keeps talking. So why don't you guys throw out some questions and then he'll answer them. Alright. Man, you look way too serious. Ah, straight to the heart of the matter. Just like a workaholic seed. Is it my turn? Is it my turn? Yeah, make it short and easy to understand. I will talk however I want. Yeah. Sorceress Idia told me everything. Sorceress Ultimisia came from the future to possess as a sorceress of present day. Meaning she leaves her body in the future and sends only her consciousness here. Does that sound familiar to you? It's like when Alone sent our consciousness back to the past. You're a smart one. My first guess was that someone in the future with an ability like Alone was sending the sorceress back here to our time. But no, that is not the answer. So how does the sorceress come back to this time? Do you want to hear it now? Or how? Yeah, sure. I kept this a secret to surprise you. It is because of me, Odine. Me, Odine! I researched Alone's power a long ago. I made a pattern from the electro current running through Alone's brain. Once the pattern was determined, it was easy to mechanize. It may only be a toy right now, but in the time of Ultimisia, it is an impressive working machine. Which means there is a machine which imitates Alone's power. It is I who made the first model of that machine. I named that machine Junction Machine Alone. It is a wonderful thing to know that my invention is used in the future. Junction Machine Alone. That's about it. So, Sorceress Ultimisia came to know about Alone from that machine, and Elle became Ultimisia's target. You can't blame Odine, it's useless. You want to go outside? You want to fisticuffs? Okay, we can continue the story. Let's see. There is only one way to defeat Ultimisia. You must kill her in the future. There is nothing we can do unless we go to the future. There is no way to jump to the future under normal circumstances. But there is still a way. It is because Sorceress Ultimisia plans to compress time. Compressing time with magic. What good would it do for the sorceress to compress time? There may be reasons we do not, but it doesn't matter. I know that my accent is shitty and horrible and possibly considered racist. I am trying to do a voice for this character, and I'm sorry if anyone takes offense to it. I'm pretty sure it's really bad. And I'm sorry. Let's just figure out what Ultimisia is up to. In order for Ultimisia to exist in this time, she must take over the body of a sorceress from the present. But the machine must have a limit. Ultimisia probably needs to go back further in time to achieve time compression. Only Alone can take her back further to the past. That is why she is desperately seeking her. We must take advantage of Alone's power. There are two sorceresses in our time, Sorceress Renoa and Sorceress Adele. Of the two, Adele has not yet awakened. Once regeneration is complete, neither Laguna nor I will be safe. Sorceress Adele is probably in the process of awakening inside Lunatic Pandora. Ultimisia will want to possess Adele if Adele wakens up. That would be a horrible event. Adele is a horrible sorceress. If Adele's consciousness wins over Ultimisia, Adele will first destroy this era. So we must use Sorceress Renoa to inherit Ultimisia's power. That's all for the mission briefing. First, go to Lunatic Pandora. Alone's probably being held captive inside, so rescue her first. Then, kill Sorceress Adele before the awakening process is completed. Now, we're left with Renoa as the only sorceress of this era. Then, wait for Ultimisia to possess Renoa. When Ultimisia arrives, it is Alone's turn. Alone will send Renoa back to the past with Ultimisia. Alone will have to send Renoa and Ultimisia inside another sorceress she knows in the past, Idia or Adele. That's up to Alone. Once Ultimisia is in the past, she'll use the time compression magic we will see from her influence. I don't know what kind of influence, but once Alone feels it, she'll cut Renoa and Ultimisia off from the past. Renoa will come back to this world. Ultimisia will also go back to her own world. That would be left in the time compressed world, past, present, and future. We all get mixed together. We will keep moving through the time compression towards the future. Once you're at the time compression, that will be Ultimisia's world. This is an incredibly complex plan. It's all up to you after that. Okay. That's all we had. So we can only ask questions. So you were briefed about the mission. I don't really understand it either. Will you do it? Yes. Alright. Let's go. We'll get aboard Ragnarok. Let's do the final briefing in there. I always wanted to ride that thing. Plus, the name sounds so cool. Laguna. Laguna, Laguna, Laguna. Alright. Everyone. From here we go straight to our final target, Ultimisia. Let's go over the plan again. First, enter Lunatic Pandora and rescue Alone. Next, you fight Sorceress Adele. It'll be a surprise attack. Show no mercy. Now, here comes the tricky part. Adele will need to pass on her powers before being defeated. Renoa will you be willing to accept them? Yes. Good. Next, we wait for Sorceress Ultimisia to possess Renoa. This will be hard on you, Renoa, but will you do it? Yes. That's the spirit. Then, Alone sends Renoa and Ultimisia to the past. Alone brings back Renoa. Then, head to the future through compressed time. Ultimisia lives far in the future where none of us can technically exist. There's only one way to make ourselves exist in a world like that. So friends, don't forget one another. As friends, believe in one another. Believe in your friend's existence, and they'll believe in yours. To be friends, like one another, and love one another. You can't do these things alone. You need somebody. Right, guys? What place reminds you of your friends? Imagine being in that place with all your friends. Once time compression begins, think of that place and try to get there. That's all. That place will welcome you. You'll be able to get there no matter what period you're in. You need love and friendship for this mission, and the courage to believe it. It's so sad. So, way back in the good old days of 2004, when Naruto was first coming on the scene in Japan, me and my buddies were watching Chinese bootlegs had hard English subs on the DVDs of Naruto, and it was awesome. at the time. All the way through the entire, was it the Chunin trials? At which point, I kind of lost interest in it. Much later on, when it came on Adult Swim, or was it Toonami? I think it was Adult Swim. I decided to watch it. And the voice acting was horrible. And now, every time I hear the words "believe it," I can only think of that horrible voice acting that they did for Naruto, which made him sound really annoying. Which, I mean, he was kind of supposed to be annoying, but his voice wasn't supposed to be grating, I don't think. And I don't know if that was... Like, I haven't looked up the voice actor that played Naruto in those early seasons, so I don't know if it was the voice actor, like, that's all they could do for that range. Like, maybe they shouldn't have been cast for that role if it was direction. But whenever I read the words "believe it," all I can think of is that American voice actor for Naruto. It's all about love, friendship, and courage. I'm counting on you guys. Alright. Love and friendship and all that sounds corny, but everyone seems to be up for it. You think it'll succeed? We'll try. Really? You got a leg cramp because of that? Alright, so now we're supposed to go to Lunatic Pandora and do a whole bunch of stuff, but that section is like 40 minutes long and we've only got half an hour left. So I'm not going to go back into the underwater research facility right now. What I am going to do, however, is I'm going to stop by a couple of places and hopefully pick up some stuff that we need. Like more Ultima. Everyone needs Ultima. Yes, I will spend money to get this spell. A lot of money. Oh, and 12. That was a good one. How are we doing? 85? We're doing pretty good. What does that put my elemental absorption up to? 15%. Heck yeah. Alright, so one thing that we also need to do, because Ultimecia has this power during the fight where if she can knock someone out of... If I recall correctly from watching my friend's taped fight with her, she can knock people out of the fight and then someone else on your party will randomly selected will jump in. Now, you may notice that there's a definite difference in some of our character levels. What do we need for this? Sharp spikes and marble tentacles. Well, I know where to get the Marlboro tentacles. And we need energy crystals. Well... Hey, Gracker, how's it going? Life ring... and sharp spikes, star fragments, adamantine. Alright, well, I know where to get adamantine, kind of. It's not consistent. In fact, I haven't gotten any yet. But I have fought Adamantoise, so that's at least one step in the right direction. So if you want to know Where... Oh, it's up here. Way up here near Dullet. So, you may remember Dullet as... There it is. The city with the big radio antenna. If you go to this little island right here and run back and forth on the beach, you'll usually fight fishes. But sometimes you'll fight adamantoise. And we don't need a whole lot of adamantine. In fact, I think we only need 2. That is subject to change depending on what we might be able to refine it to. I've not actually looked that up, so I don't know. But if it refines into something good, especially like ammo-wise, like maybe, I don't know, pulse ammo, then that is definitely something that we're going to want to keep. Otherwise, some of the things that we need to do is we need to get rid of a whole bunch of spells. So we're going to, since we need to level up these people, we need to get rid of a bunch of spells, just in general, not just the ones on them, but just in general. And we need to level up some, gather some weapon materials. What I'm going to be doing for the rest of this stream, I'm letting you know in case you don't want to hang around, is we're going to be attempting to gather some of those said materials. While simultaneously leveling up. We don't need scan. Don't need blind. We actually might need sleep. Don't need silence. Don't necessarily need float. Okay. Firaga, Bio, Blind, Silence, Berserk, and just in general, these guys not only need to get rid of some souls, but they need some new ones. Alright, so GFs. Who still needs leveling? A lot of them. Good. So then, I would normally just take the junctions over and switch them over, but that's also going to switch magics, and I want to use up the magics while we can. So, brothers, yes. Carbuncles, yes. Cerberus, yes. Cactar. That's not bad. Irvin, 3,000 HP for his level without anything. That's pretty good. So we'll put those on Zell. Okay, so Suna, that's good. That's a big bonus in that area. And Reflect. And even though it's only 25%, F it. We'll take Drain there. Does not have enough shell to make a difference there. Does have enough life to make a difference, though. We're going to be fighting pretty much only water-based creatures. So Thundaga. Okay. Hit chance. We want double on that, I believe, because we don't have really anything much better for that spot. HP, flare. It's surprising how good Meltdown is at increasing your vitality. Magic. Apparently pain helps bring out your magical skills. It's good to know. So if you ever want to cultivate your own skills in magic, just cause pain that is in no way related to self-harm. Please do not self-harm. If you're ever considering doing it, please talk to somebody about that. Even just me. I am by no means trained in that sort of counseling, but please, if you're considering self-harming, alright, so we want HP plus 80%. Hey, holy crap, look at that. He's got some damn good HP now. HP, but plus 30 HP at level up. Heck yeah, at this point. We want big strength on Zell. Draw. Magic. GF. We'll keep the ones that are max level there. Only the ones that need leveling will come off. So Renoa's not going to have a full suite of summons, but she'll have some very good ones, nonetheless. Draw. Magic. We'll do item. It's a lot of spirit and speed bonuses. We'll increase her speed a little bit. That'll be good for her. Oh, status effect. Do you have Drain? Because you're gonna need it. And Thundaga, good. Shell and Life. Do you have Life? She does. Fabulous. Okay. Okay, so Renoa might not be totally screwed. That's good. Wait. Oh, she doesn't have defense. Okay. For magic. And don't have enough stop. That's a shame. Or really much of anything in the way of speed-based spells. Confusion. Alright. Not have expected that one. Okay, yeah, I totally get Tornado. Alright, so, Irvin, I know you have some Cura. you guys have any cure spells? Alright, I guess we're gonna have to punch Renoa and Irvin back into health. It's a good thing they both have Drain, which I think Squall still doesn't. That's alright. He doesn't need it as badly. Ooh, yeah. Go Renoa, damn. Pow. Alright, let's get this sucker up out of the water. Ground. Out of the ground, water. Renoa has no hit points whatsoever. The worst part is going to be when we have to separate the summons, because I don't have enough. I don't want to drag out Final Fantasy VIII more than we already have, and we've played more Final Fantasy VIII than we have, I think, the last two Final Fantasies, 6 and 7, combined. Actually, I can find that out. Yeah, 91 hours. So I finished Final Fantasy VI at like 40-something hours and Final Fantasy VII at like 60-something. So we are on our way towards that total. Shell, nope. Stock that. Good job. Whispers. I don't want whispers. We need to mug that one. More Auriculons. Okay, well, that's fine. It's not ideal. He doesn't have blind. Okay, we need to make sure we blind these guys. Because they will take chunks out of these characters. Like, these guys hurt bad. So we got Whispers and Auriculon. Diablo these guys. Diablo these guys. If you were going to go for 100%, there's essentially two ways to get most of the cards. There's an ability that can, if the enemies are low enough, that can turn them into cards. Although this is, you don't get any experience or AP for doing so. If you want all the cards, though, there are a number of people that you have to play that are part of the card club that have specific cards, like character cards. And some of those cards you need to refine into other cards. And some of the cards you need to talk to a painter in Dalit in order to make happen. It's kind of a pain in the butt going for that 100% with the cards. Yeah. That's my sentiment exactly. You get, if you do it, if you get all the cards, all 100% of the cards, it makes a lot of other things easier. The big thing being the ultimate weapons. It makes getting everyone's ultimate weapons significantly easier. Because the character cards refine into some of the spells that they need, or some of the items they need in order to make those happen. I've never done it myself. This is my first full playthrough of Final Fantasy VIII. But I had a buddy back in high school when this first came out. He had already played Final Fantasy VII to death. So he was done with that. And even though he didn't love Final Fantasy VIII the way he did 7, that's what he had to play to death. He was one of those people that he played it one time and he, you know, got like probably an 80% playthrough, which is kind of what we're shooting for. And then the second time, he busted his ass to make it happen. Does she have Berserk? She does have Berserk. That's convenient. Seven was good. And I, for a long time, had thought poorly of 7 because this story is kind of trite. But when I went back and played 7, it's not so bad. The characters, the individual characters' storylines are not great, but the overarching storyline is fine. Back when 7 was the only Final Fantasy game that I knew, I loved it. I loved every second of it. And you know what? As far as a game dev is concerned, that's all that matters. Who cares about the longevity of a game? Not every game needs to have a pedigree, or not even necessarily, I wouldn't even necessarily say a pedigree, just like needs to be like everlasting. And I kind of like the fact that Square saw that. Still does. Though I will certainly not agree with everything that they've done as of late. I used to be a big supporter of Squaresoft / Square Enix. But they've made some duds over the years. Alright, Renoa, you are all done. Now let's get you some of your points back. While... Oh, nope, he doesn't need anything. Just shell, huh? Okay. Oh, she's blind. What I mostly fear, I also fear for the 7 remake, but what I fear is the backlash that's going to happen when it's not up to the standards that people think it should be, because people have a bloated, false remembrance of of just how. Don't get me wrong, 7, going back and playing it again, good game. Better, in fact, better than most games that are out there. I would rather play 7 than most games that exist. But I don't think 7 is as good, especially is as good as most people's nostalgia glasses for it. And I feel sorry, and I think this is mostly why Square never made a remake of it, is because even if they did a one-for-one remake of 7, which they're not doing, except for updated the graphics and gave it voice acting, people would hate it. Because it does not hold up that well to the longevity of gaming. And nothing should be made to stand 20 years of time in gaming. But there's no way that the game can ever be good enough for the fans. There's no way. And that is what I fear most, is the backlash that's going to happen when this 7 remake comes out, if it comes out. And what people are going to say, and how people are going to react and blame Square. That is what I fear most. And not their bloated expectations of how good they thought that game was. So, as an example, this is not nearly a one-for-one example, but Duke Nukem Forever. Everyone wanted Duke Nukem Forever. Everyone wanted Duke Nukem Forever. I wanted Duke Nukem Forever. My friends wanted Duke Nukem Forever. But what we didn't want was year 1995 Duke Nukem. Because year 1995 Duke Nukem is bad. Unfortunately, what we got was 1995 Duke Nukem again. And people don't remember that that's how Duke Nukem was back in 1995. Well, most people didn't remember. And so when it came out, as true as could possibly be made using modern gaming techniques to that original Duke Nukem games, or Duke Nukem 3D, people hated it. And for no other reason than it was exactly the same, but people didn't want that. Like, I've gone back and played Duke Nukem 3D. I've not played Duke Nukem Forever. I've gone back and played Duke Nukem 3D. Oh, you want to talk about a game that doesn't hold up to the test of time. Oh boy. And honestly, once we move on to some of the other franchises, once we move past this, there's going to be a lot of the games that are like that just don't stand the test of time. And you know what? That's fine. The original Doom does not need to stand up for 28 years once we finally get to the Doom franchise. Hell, even sooner than that. Doom 3 doesn't need to stand up to 10 years. Is it even? Yeah, it's been more than 10 years. So, like, that is part of why I'm doing this whole retrospective thing of going through entire franchises, is to point out that these games that people love, they don't need to stand the test of time. You can love it for what it is at the time, and that's wonderful. That's all you should do. Oh, yeah, the new Doom's great. I think. I've never played it, but every video that I've watched of it, every stream that I've seen, is amazing. But original Doom? Doom 2? Ultimate Doom? Doom 3? Doom 3 weird glowy hand thing? Personally, I have no intention of doing VR until a lot of... I don't even know if they're bugs. I just personally think that there's a lot of design space that needs to be worked on VR. And I'm perfectly content And I'm perfectly content with using a controller or mouse and I don't know if you can see it. Mouse and keyboard for my gaming. I don't need little handles with a little blue line that tells me where I'm going to step next. Because that's the best way that they can really do movement. This weird kind of like leaping forward effect. Now, if they gave you like a nunchuck where you can just kind of move dynamically, which some games might, I don't know, just every game that I've seen has had like stair-stepped movement. Oh, Resident Evil VR? I have seen a few people play Resident Evil VR, and that, as far as VR games, current VR games look, is probably, actually there's no probably, of every game that I've seen, that is hands down the best. Whatever team specifically took Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, or Biohazard 7 Resident Evil, depending on which country you're playing it in, and turned it into VR. Whatever company did that transition, right now they're the only company that I would trust with that sort of transition technology. Because they did some work, some serious work. And they need to be commended for that every day. And if they're going to be the ones to keep pushing this forward, we'll get there. We'll get to the point where even I, a VR skeptic, will enjoy it. Also, the units, the price of the VR units needs to come down by about 30 or 40% to make it more available before it'll really take off. I don't think I've seen anyone play Farpoint. Alright, so this is going to be our last fight. Oh, it's over. So, we're going to go ahead and call it a night there. I'm going to go over my announcements before we close out. First off, I want to thank everyone for stopping by and hanging out and watching me fumble around with this kind of a hot mess that is a little better than I remember from 1998. That is Final Fantasy VIII. And for sticking with me through the failure of beating Bahamut as he used Mega Flare over and over and over on me. Thank you guys. I also want to thank, in particular, everyone that jumped in and joined the chat. So that'd be Joey420, Gracker, Gotama, Kasan, Day Zero. Thank you guys very much for helping out, jumping in the chat, building this community a little bit. Now to the normal announcements. We are at 34 followers. That's 16 away from our goal of 50. Once we reach that goal of 50, we'll have a bonus stream and giveaway. That bonus stream is going to be me playing Season 3 of Telltale's Walking Dead. It's called New Frontier. We will also be giving away a copy of Very Sad Game at probably the end of the first chapter. Because I don't want to go through all the way to the end and then have someone to get really spoiled and not want to play it. I want someone to play it, and it's a great game, so I'm going to be giving that away first. Thank you very much, Joey, for the follow. You're awesome, man. Another thing we're going to be giving away once we reach that goal is 3 $20 Steam gift cards. So, If you're interested in any of those, like Joey here, who followed just because he wants to talk about VR and games and stuff, follow. We're at 35 now. That's awesome, man. Thank you. We'll be getting that goal so much faster. And then last thing we're going to be giving away is a copy of Psychonauts. Amazing game. Everyone should play it. Everyone should own it. And I'm going to contribute to that by giving a copy away. Now, both game copies are going to be Steam keys. Unfortunately, that's the only way that I can get them out to you and buy them in advance and hold on to them for a giveaway. So, announcement number 2 is tomorrow's stream. Assuming that shipping with the Elgato device that I have coming here gets here on time, we will be doing a test stream to get my PS2 working with OBS and streaming. So we'll be doing a lot of testing of that, getting our levels and our picture size and everything correct. If that works out super quickly, or if it fails horribly, we will get back to Final Fantasy VIII, but our plan for tomorrow is to get that up and working. That way, if it fails spectacularly, I can send it back and figure out something else for when we get to 12. Or if it works, but we need to fuss around with a whole lot, we've got plenty of time to do so. So that's our plan for tomorrow. Barring amazing success or critical failure, we will not be playing Final Fantasy VIII tomorrow. We will be working on getting the PlayStation 2 up and running. Only because Square, as of right now, has no idea if and or when they'll release Final Fantasy 12 on PC. So, that, like I said, that's our plan for tomorrow. I want to thank you all again for stopping by and hanging out. Hope you guys have a wonderful night, and will join me tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific time for more streaming. Have a good night, guys.